Hi, good afternoon. I'm your host, Martin Rose. The name of my talk show is Recovering from the Refuge of Your Past, brought to you by StopPhilly.org. I have a couple of people here with me at the audience. Your name, sir?
My name is Eugene.
Your
My
name?
name is Gary.
My name Angel.
How y'all doing? Today's topic is facing your fears, false evidence appearing real. Also deal with abandonment issues, resentment, hurt, pain, and how you overcame them. First and foremost, I want to give heads up and thanks to my producer that made this possible, Mr. Washington, and brought to you by StopRadio.org. The number is 267-507-2320. That's 267-507-2320. Toll-free number is 1-800-660-7867. That's 1-800-660-7867, extension 136. Call in next. Any question you may want to. Now, my topic, like I said, is facing your fears, which deals with abandonment issues. I remember as growing up as a young child, I had an alcoholic mother and an alcoholic father. My father missed and abused my mother, beat her all the time, which caused a lot of great pain. I was a baby at 8, and from 3 to 6, I was raped and molested. My mother allowed it to happen because she felt the only way to get to my father is to have me raped and molested and beat up. And I got tired of abuse at a young age, and I ran away at the age of 10, and I ran to the streets of New York City. That's where I was born and raised at, and I joined the gang, and they taught me the street ways of life at the streets at a young age, and they always say hurt people hurt people. I don't believe that hurt people hurt people. I believe hurt people choose to hurt the people they want to hurt, because when you hurt somebody, you give them, when somebody hurts me, rather I give them the power. When I go hurt them back, I give them more power. But when I forgive them for hurting me, then I gain control all over again. And as growing up, like I said, I was in the gang and I was hurting people, which also deals with masking my feelings, because I never dealt with some feelings. And I became this monster that I wasn't supposed to become, because God didn't put me on this earth to hurt people. He put me rather on this earth to learn something and teach some people something. But in that process, as growing up, I did drugs. Never did the alcohol thing because I already saw what it done to my family. Like drugs is any better, because it's not. And I ran around doing the things that they did. But I took it to the extreme where I really, really wanted to hurt everybody that was drinking. Everybody that drank, I wanted to hurt because it brought me flashbacks. Now, I used to be the type of person that couldn't watch Law and Order Criminal Intent because they had people get raped and molested. I broke like 6, 7 TVs watching that. I couldn't watch somebody get raped or molested. I couldn't even walk down the street and see 2 couples arguing and the guy hit a girl. I went to jail 2 times because of that, because I caught flashbacks of my mother getting beat up, and I was so young I couldn't defend my mother, you know what I'm saying? So what I did is every time I seen a guy hit a girl, I would get involved, and it caused me to go to jail. She pressed charges on me. So no longer do I linger into my past, because every time I linger into my past, I hesitate. I don't allow myself to grow. When I look behind me and see what happened, because I got to realize that in order to recover, I got to discover to uncover. No, I got to uncover to discover some things about me. A lot. I used to say people hurt my feelings and assassinating my character. I ain't had no character. I had a whole bunch of defects trying to find a character in my life. So, I try not to look back because it doesn't allow me to grow. Every day I became somebody else. If I was with you, I became a pimp. If I was with you, I was a gangster. If I was with you, I was a killer. I was somebody all the time with different people. I go to the job, I became straight. I was a square. You wouldn't hear me curse at jobs. You know what I'm saying? But I became something other people wanted me to become, you know. So what I started doing, I thought of this thing. I said, man, if I can make people laugh with my pain, it'd be beautiful. So I'm tell jokes and everything, make everybody laugh and all that. Then I started realizing, hold on, they're not laughing with me, they laughing at me. You know what I'm saying? They don't think I'm funny, they laughing at me. You know what I'm saying? And I started going into the process a little bit more, and I started realizing I got to take this serious. So when I go into any meetings, dealing with recovery and my issues, because I can't go wrong talking about me. I can go wrong talking about you because I can't level your desire to stay clean. I can't measure the desire of you really wanting it. I only can measure my desire. You see, I can't talk about that. I'm not gonna get high no more. I'd say I'm not gonna get high today because tomorrow's not promised. So when my past, because the disease is cunning, baffling, and insidious, it'll creep up on you. You see, I thought I was the sneakiest person in the world. The disease showed me they were sneaker than me. They creeped up on me, you know, nice and quietly. You know, it checks in with me to find out if I ever want to check out. You know, and it hits me with my past. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm a real sucker for love because I dealt with older women because I never had that motherly love through nobody. You know, my mother was never there. So when I deal with an older woman, it ain't all about making love and all that. It's all about just holding each other, watching TV. And when she holds me, I feel like I'm loved by my mother against something that I miss. You know, and my mother's always, she's dead now, but she's always there because every time I turn around somewhere, the number 423 is there. And that's where my mother died, in that building on 423 on the 13th floor. And I'll be like, wow, my mother's really with me. You know what I'm saying? So the people that molested and raped me, I have to forgive them because when I was using, I did some things to some people too. You know what I'm saying? And they forgave me because they knew it wasn't me, because that wasn't me. It was just my disease and my character defects and my attitude and behavior, because the drug was just a small portion. But the attitude and behavior that I developed in the past, the people that made me into the person that I was, I'm no longer that person no more. You know, I'm loving and caring. I make my meetings. I come to group. I show up even when I don't want to come. Like this morning, I didn't want to get up. I said, man, I could miss one day, but I don't miss one day. I get up, listen to music, motivate myself, get up, stop at the recovery houses that I've been to, then come here because I want them to know that if a grimy person like me can do it, they can do it too. So when I look back into my past, I learned a lesson from my past. What I learned is that no longer I gotta blame people, places, and things, because wherever you go, there's gonna be people, places, and things. My best thinking brought me to see for the rest of my life, and you know I can't. It's 2012. I'm not letting my son got shot, and I'm not letting nobody or no one stress me out, because I know when I get stressed out, I go into the past and I'll be like the efforts. I can get one more. I live by myself. I ain't got to answer to nobody. My rent paid, my bills paid, got food in the house, got clothes, it's warm in my house. So I ain't got to do nothing. I can get one more, but when I get one more, everything must go in my apartment. Everything got to go. You know, I'm carrying sofas outside and all types of things, you know, because that's where it takes me. And, you know, everybody say always try to compare stories. Like, I wasn't that bad. You minimizing your usage. I wasn't, when you say I wasn't that bad, you saying I'm better than. I'm better than them because I didn't do that. You go out there, your gets become a reality. Because I used to walk around and say, man, I ain't gonna be that homeless person, that drunk like my mom and my dad was and all that. I'm not gonna do none of the things they did, and I'm not gonna do none of the things that people in the street did. I find myself eating out garbage cans, going back. Got back into recovery, sleeping out in the street, got back. Went back out in the streets again, asking for change to get one more. You see, you can get 1,000. 1,000 is easy to get, but that one more, something about that one more that you gotta struggle for to get. You know what I'm saying? And the chase always lasts longer than the high. You know what I'm saying? You get that one more, the chase is on for 2 or 3 hours. The high lasts for 5 minutes, and you chasing another one for 2 or 3 hours. Does that make any sense to Martin? No, it doesn't make no sense. So why do Martin go backwards? Because Martin keeps looking back into the past. That's some of the fear that I fear, that people might hurt me, people might reject me. You know what I'm saying? I used to be the type of person like, I got one tooth. in my mouth on the top. And I used to be all insecure. And when I talk to somebody, I cover my mouth and all of this. You know, and I started learning to love myself. Listen, you ain't gonna accept me for the type of person that I am, then you know what? Oh well, get a ticket, get on back in the line, because the line is real long, because I love myself today. I can smile. I used to take me 2 hours to eat a steak with one tooth. I look like a beaver eating a tooth. I mean, eating a piece of steak. But you know what? I started learning to love myself, because the God of my understanding loved me, that He keeps me alive. Out of 8 children that my mother had, there's 3 of us that's alive right now. Everybody, and I'm the baby, and everybody said that man is gonna die first, gonna get killed first. And I struggle. Sometimes you gotta go through the pain to heal. You know, you break your leg, you're gonna be in so much pain, then the healing process begins. And that's how this recovery thing is. You go out there, you bump your head, you can't walk. Whatever your rock bottom was, it's gonna be painful. You know what I'm saying? And then the healing process starts if you get honest, open-minded, and willing. You be willing to do some different things. You be willing to think some different things. You know, you got sometimes this disease. I was talking to a brother. Sometimes this disease make you think that wrong is right and right is wrong. And sometimes you be like, well, you know, the right thing don't seem like the right thing to be doing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I should be doing it. When I don't want to make a meeting, I'll make a meeting. When I don't want to get up, I get up, because then it breaks my cycle, and then I get too relaxed. I can miss another day, and then another day, and another day, another day. Then check day come, I forgot all about my recovery. See, so I don't down the newcomer, because I know what they went through, because I've been there. Instead, I give them hugs. They came in dusty and all of that. I give them a hug. I won't look at them like, get away from me and all that, because now I'm forgetting where I came from. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge and put nobody down, because when I came here, they loved me. I came here dusty and disgusted, and they still hugged me, gave me, back in my days, when I came into the rooms, a hug meant something. A hug meant we accept you. Now, if you look at the hug now, they want to grind with you and all that. And I'll be like, oh, we ain't doing that one. You know, hug really meant, listen, you accepted into this rooms, you know what I'm saying? We welcome you with open arms. Now the hug is totally different. You know, they say the newcomer is the most important person. We go through some stuff that newcomers, you know what I'm saying? Even as old timers, they go through something in life. So, you know, I don't look at my past no more, and I started confronting some of my fears, like insecurity and stuff like that. But I don't allow it to put people in my place that got bad spirits. You know what I'm saying? If you're not working on something, then you're not for me. You know what I'm saying? If you just talking to talk and sound good and all of that, and as soon as you leave these rooms, you somebody else, you're not for me, because you can say anything you want to me. But when I see you in the streets, Philly is small. When I see you in the streets and you're not living what you're saying, then we ain't got nothing in common. You see, I don't talk too much about recovery like I used to, because I used to talk about recovery, read the literature and all of that, and confess certain things. Not the core, not the nature, the exact nature of what's going on with one, but I used to just say, listen, and I wasn't living it. Then I bumped my head. So I don't talk too much. I just try to live this thing, because that's how this thing works. And you know, I want to stop for a pause for a minute before I introduce my guests and let them tell me a little insight. Let them tell the audience rather a little insight on facing your fears. Telephone number to get in touch with us is stopphilly.org. That's the website. The number is 267-507-2320. That's 267-507-2320. The 1-800 number is 660-7867. 1-800-660-7867, extension 136. I still want to give a shout out to my producer that made it all possible for me to be on this show and work this program the right way, Mr. Washington. I also want to give a shout out to Everything Must Change Through Divine Light, one day at a time. ODAD. I want to give a shout out to Joshua House, you know, Men and Women for Human Excellency. You know, I want to give them, because they made me into the type of person that I'm becoming right now. And right now, I want to introduce one of my guests to you, and he's going to give you a little insight on himself.
Hello, my name is Eugene. I'm in the STOP program. It has done a lot for me. I'm going forward later on my past, like when I was growing up. I started early, at the age of 12, in the streets of North North Philadelphia, and I was gang worn. I was all out of control. Started drugs early, and like I've seen what drugs can do to people's lives, and I have seen what it done to me. And now, like I realize that things like my fears was like, how can I get better? Can anyone help me? Can I help myself? And I seen like there always was like something that I can do for myself. I made myself realize to see the pictures of other people's struggles. And like I struggled to a time like when there was a whole lot of killings going on like in Strawberry Mansion section of North Philadelphia. And I had a lot of friends die, right in my arms. And my mother, like she was a good woman, God bless her soul, like she's gone, man. But I always still have her like a place in my heart. And as I got older, I realized, this is not me. I was really, really lost, and I'm still am trying to find my way. And I look at people and say, wow, these are my brothers and sisters, no matter what color you are. And look, we have to embrace ourselves, like to find a way that we have to share things on this planet because we are human. We can't escape far as like the horrors and deaths and things that's out here. We just got to realize to look at them, see what can we do to make things better in life. And as me, I feel a whole lot better just like I come to this program every day like I'm scheduled, like I feel good about because they help me see a lot of things that I normally couldn't see because I have time for people like to talk with me, talk to me, and not against me. And I really see myself, and I'm happy. Just like now, like I'm smiling because like I feel good things about things. And I come every day, and like I like to see the people for us like around me. I like to see them for like embrace themselves first before they embrace anybody. Because if you can't help yourself out first, don't be a fool and try to do things for everybody before you do for yourself, because you'll get stuck and you'll have your back will be against the wall. You'll be crying and sharing, how come I couldn't get further when you see somebody else that you done help, gave them good advice, but you didn't do it for yourself first. And I can say like this, the streets is something that you can learn a lot. You can really learn things from the street that can help you for us, like walk tall, be straight, and be happy about the things that you do. And never for us put yourself on the back burner because like you will get burned up because it seems like this. Be control of your own life. Have your own patterns, have your own goals. And look, if you believe that's something that you want to do in life, keep going towards it, strive towards it. Nope, never let nobody pick something for you out of life because that may not be something that you want. Pick your own for us like choices. Make your own chances. Decide for yourself. And I have things to say, but like I want to pass it on.
Before you pass it on, my brother,
Yes, sir.
I just want to know some of the fears that you have overcome while in this process, and how did you overcome them? Because topic is facing your fears, and the audience must know if you coming to stop and you're doing great, then you overcame some of your fears, and we like to know what type of fears you overcame, just one or two, and how did you overcome it, and with what type of help?
Okay. I had to overfear. This was one of my biggest fears about far as like, will I be able to get released from this power drug addiction? And like when I came here, because I thought it was really hopeless, like a lot of people could say, yeah, I'm gonna stop this, I'm gonna stop that. But like when I came here, things that was told to me out in the street, told to me here, but it was told in a different way that I really, really, I looked at them and say, example, when they say, I always used to hear this, like when I used to do heroin at a younger age, right? Oh, you'll never get off that. You're gonna be hooked for life on that stuff, right? And then like I came to like the program, like to say, wow, if you want to do something, if you're willing and able to do it, you can do it. Because what somebody say that you can be always be a slave and a prisoner to heroin. And like I've been off heroin for a long time. Never turned back to it. I don't even have no false desires for it. I don't have no thirst for it, no quench for it. And look, and I'm doing better here now because like that was one of my biggest fears of staying on heroin. And like now, when I came to this program, I was on crack cocaine. And that's another one that I was saying, like when you get hooked on that, saying like you just like a fisherman going fishing. You always want to go back in there and catch the fishes represent for us like the crack cocaine. You always want to catch some more, bring it back. But I cut that line. You know, like I cut the hook, line, and sinker off of that. And I can see that's not true neither. That was another fear that I had, you know, saying like I couldn't leave that alone, but like I know I can. And like I'm living proof here now. I haven't touched it now. It'll be a year. And that's something like I really, really appreciate. And like stop helped me a lot. I realized a lot of things. Sometimes like when I'll be talking, I feel like crying, you know, and like I'm not ashamed to cry neither, because like if something that's doing me good, I'm gonna continue to do it. And I tell people, if you feel some type of way to let things out, let it out, because if you don't share, you're gonna be far as like trapped in the same net and web all over and over again.
So it's safe to say that you basically telling the audience that if they share their pain, share pain is share pain less. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
So those were just one of the steps that you took in your recovery life. Do you make any other meetings?
I got a lot of meetings like I go to like in my area, because like in my area like, it's just about every 2 blocks. You know, they got meetings like recovery house like my area, like story management, like all around 29th and Diamond, 32nd in Susquehanna, 25th in Lehigh, 24th in York. It's so many like in our neighborhoods, you know, so like can't miss it. And like it really helps me.
All right. Do you go to church or mosque? You have a religious preference that helps you out, a spiritual advisor or anything?
Well, have church right down the street, down my block, right? He always stick with me, you know, like even like when I was locked up, he even came for us, you know, give me good advice, like when I went to court. Reverend Ikeziah, right? He's right here, 31st and Gord. Speak to him every day. Hey, how you doing, Eugene? So I'm doing just fine. He's like, you looking well, and that encouraged me a lot. Like he always tell me, come on into the church. Like I sit in there with him from time to time, and like it feels good though, cause you know what? I'm like this. You know, like when God or like a good far as like feeling come through your body, like you can feel a great sensation, right? I know like when I was 6 years old, and it still happens today now. And like I tell people, I know when somebody telling a lie or like when somebody telling the truth, it's this feeling come through me, and like I start crying, and like I asked other individuals have they experienced that, right? And like they said yes, cause like I remember this time I was living at 3018 West Gordon Street. I was very small, so, you know, and like I couldn't move, you know, and like I was crying, you know, and like my mother used to tell me like there's an angel watching. It's like a death watch, keeping you from harm, from like going out that time. And like I always be by myself though and shit. And then at 3020 Gord Street, we had moved next door, and I always be by myself. I was laying on the sofa. I was asleep, and I had the covers over my head, right? And like I know I could feel something that was standing over me, and like I couldn't move. And like the same night, I was gang warned, you know, like one of my friends had got killed, one of them got shot. And then if I would have been out there, it probably could have been me. And then it happened to me again when I moved at 3125 Arizona Street. Somebody else got killed on my block and stuff, you know, like to keep me from harm. That's why I always know there's a higher power out there showing me the way to do the right thing. And ever since then too, you know, I don't try to hurt nobody, I don't try to rob nobody, I don't take nothing from nobody. And I suggest people, if you get any type of urge to try to do something wrong, if you can stop, look, and listen before you even go into that, please do so, because that can cause your life or somebody else's life being taken.
Thanks for sharing, my brother. My sister, would you like to add on anything, Kim?
Hi, my name is Angel.
Hi, Angel.
My fears, I'm still overcoming a lot of them. My first step was learning how not to pick up that angel dust. And a lot of sisters out here are being exploited, smoking angel dust. And I'm thankful I had a good family and I had a good support base that stuck by me. So basically, my mom, I don't care if you're 80, I will knock you behind down and try to make you fly right, but you're not going to want to do it until something happened. It took me getting locked up, to be honest, several times. And I always ignored my first instinct. But my biggest fear was always people pleasing. And I never learned how to please myself. I always thought, okay, maybe I should take care of this and take care of that person and take care of that person and take care of that person. And then at the end of the day, I felt like all this like stress on my shoulders, and I would resort to. And a friend that I thought was a friend introduced me to Angel. Okay, and then that person, how can I explain? Turned me out on it, I would say, and then pulled back and started kicking me and knocking me when I was smoking, and was my worst enemy and addiction. And now I have to separate myself from people that don't mean me no good. It's not easy because, as I said, I'm just learning how to please myself first instead of always trying to please everybody else and take care of everybody else. I'm the oldest side of the eight, the oldest girl. The creator saw fit to take my dad, my sister, and my brother, in a 3-year span. And it made me do things out of character. But at the same time, I still wasn't learning how to love me. I was still loving everybody else around me. And when I had the nervous breakdown, they said, oh, we just want 302. It didn't stick to 302 because I talked to the people and they said, baby, you're just grieving. But instead of people reaching out and giving me that hug when I was grieving, they would give me, or what can you give me so we can get high? That'll help me be all right. Then when the high down, I'm balled up at night, balled up on the floor, yelling and screaming and crying like I want my dad. I want my little sister, babe. I like, what gives you the right to shoot my brother 8 times in the back? While he on the ground, and then 1 time in the head. So that just showed me like addiction can take you many places. My little brother got caught up in a robbery that wasn't even him, it was another family member. And this person blamed him for a robbery that they did. And my little brother literally got shot behind something another family member did when they were in addiction. And through my family members' addiction, I supported them. When I got hooked on the angel dust, the same people I supported that I expected the same support from, kicked me. So my biggest fear is basically pleasing others and not learning how to please myself. So now it's an everyday struggle learning how to say, put angel first and not put nobody else before me. First degree, of course. But who comes before me? Nobody. I have to learn how to love me first before I can even give love to anybody. Because that makes me want to get high. Go get high. Go get high. And like at the end of the night, I'm by myself again crying. Like, where did I go wrong? And the same people I go high off that, high off that, high off this, high off this, high off that, high off this, high off this, high off that. And y'all the same people, y'all addictions that I support. So I feel like we all addicted to something. I don't care what it is. We all are addicted to something. Even if you were clean and sober, you might be addicted to going out there and sweeping up the block. That's a good addiction. You might be addicted to feeding people. That's a good addiction. But I feel like bad addiction or bad spirits or negative vibes just really stay away. So you just want to
Okay, my question to you is that what steps you took to overcome people pleasing?
I'm still learning.
What steps are you taking?
Well, usually I get up in the morning, pray first. And I'll take time out and actually sit and turn on my music and just dance around. People knocking on the door, I'll just say, Angel, give me this. And I'm learning how to say no. I'm going to be honest, I don't say no all the time. But I'm learning. No. 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 Oh, sister, you got your head in the clouds. No. Your brain somewhere else. No. I'm learning how to say no to family and so-called friends. Notice what I just said, so-called friends. I'm learning how to say no. I told one person no last week, she ain't never come back. Have a nice night. That means you're only here to get what you can get. And use it. And dad ain't raised me. Sometimes We all know. And we're human. Nobody inherits this world. And that's like my biggest thing is I have to accept the fact that just because you give love, give kindness, you're not gonna get that same love and kindness back. So that's a fear I'm still learning and I'm still overcoming. I'm still learning.
All right, I'm gonna take a pause for the cause to give thanks and head up to my producer, Mr. Washington. And website is stop-philly.org. Number is 267-507-2320. That's 267-507-2320. Toll free number is 1-800-660-7867. That's 1-800-660-7867. Extension 136. Now we have another guest here that would like to share. I would like him to share his experience.
Yes, my name Gary.
Hey, Gary.
I stopped recovery. My drug of choice is marijuana. Say about 15, drugs, stuff like that. I was addicted to. I left the drugs and started like hard getting paid for doing things I was and left me to the jail system 5 to 10. Thank God. It's a blessing that I'm here. So, to the point that I got addicted because I love doing it. I was getting paid for it and just kept doing it until I got caught up. And I left when I was the age of 18. I went upstate, Huntington, and I did all the time, but I was hanging around real like old heads that I knew that had double life and triple life and stuff like that. And I was facing the same thing at the time. I was going to trial. But I overcame that, thanks to God, it's a blessing. But it was to the point that I just got tired of it. And like I said, it was if I didn't talk to my old heads and stuff like that, I probably would have still kept on going and still doing the same thing that I was really addicted to because I left from, like I said, I left from drugs and I started doing things that I was supposed to be doing, like, as far as hurting people. That was my line of work. But I came out of that, so when I came home, I got a chance to come home in '94. I just started smoking weed and stuff like that, getting high, try to overcome, the things that I was doing. You know what I mean? I was looking on my shoulder for a while, but to the point that it didn't mean that whatever was going to happen was going to happen. That's how I looked at it. And what I did to people was wrong. I know it was wrong, but, like my old head says, it's a change you can come. And you can turn around if you look at the picture. Everybody got a picture, but they ain't got the frame. I'm saying? There's a point, there's a frame coming when you sit there and talk to people that face no fears that they did a lot of things also well I was doing. I was young. And they've been in there since the 80s, 70s, and stuff like that. 27 years in, 25 years in. So I didn't really talk to a lot of young people because they was in the same predicament I was. So I learned from them more. Then it came to the point that I lost my family. So when I lost my family, I was ready to go back into what I was doing because I was trying to. I look at it. I was trying to rephrase things as far as trying to get it out of my head because when you go through stuff like that, then I just looked at what I was doing. So I look at it was like a turnaround for me. But I just gave up and said, nah, I ain't going that way because I was looking at I could have been if I would have started back doing that type of stuff again, I'd have wound up being American Most Wanted, facing death row and stuff like that because the record I had. Once the judge tell you, you don't want to see no more in the system, but that type of crime, that leads you into something, and let you wonder, if you still want to go down that road or you're not. It's a choice. So I was smoking weed so much, my family passed away, I was smoking so much weed, I tried to overcome my fears, but to the point that I would start tripping again. Now, when I start tripping again, I start wind up, should I go back to that type of thing as far as the payback? My family never did nothing to nobody, but I look at it. Like you just want to take things out on people. I didn't want to do all that. You know what I'm saying? To the point I was getting high, I knew it was going to change. I started realizing when my family and friends had told me they was down. Like, yeah, you don't supposed to, retaliate on things that you don't supposed to retaliate. Retaliate on good things. You know, somebody messes with your family or whatever, you take care of your business. And that's my rule, you know what I'm saying? But right now, I just try to stay strong. I'm glad to be in stock, you know what I mean? I stay focused. I just keep my head out and stay in my lane right now. And that's the main thing. So I know I ain't gonna try to go back. And if I turn back and start thinking about what I used to do, I know I'm gonna go back that way. That's what really triggers me out. Cause like I say, I was addicted to it. And when you're addicted to it, you used to get paid for that type of stuff. You know, what I mean, you gonna it ain't got no problem for you to go back. It's just that fast. You see what I'm saying? And what young boys doing now, they not, they hard headed and stuff like that. So it's like another picture now. You know what I mean? So the best thing I do now, I just stay out the way and keep my head focused. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad to come here. Stay focused, keep my kids going and stuff like that. That's it, be for my kids. Try to maintain, stay focused.
Well, I'm feeling you talked about the picture, and I always talk about the picture too. That sometimes we can't see the picture, and the reason why we can't see the picture because we in the picture. So if you take yourself out of the picture, you'll see where you played a part in whatever happened in your life. You see, now as a young child, you innocent. As a young child, you innocent. But as you grow up to a certain stage in your life, you know the difference between right and wrong. And this is for all of us. I'm not directing this. I'm just throwing it up in there. This is for all of us. So once we got to a certain point in life, we know the difference between right and wrong. But we got tired of being us. We got tired of being us as we was growing up. So what we did, we wanted to become somebody else. And the only way we become somebody else, if we smoke some weed, sniff some heroin, smoke some crack, drink something, pop a couple of pills, now we become a whole different person. We're not even us no more. Because sometimes back in my day, I just be, man, I'm tired of just being me. Let me smoke some of this and sniff some of this and become somebody else just for today. You know what I'm saying? And it was never just for today. It was for today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. Man, the runs was lasting too long, and that's even dealing like getting high is like a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Using is like a relationship because it starts off good and then it start getting rocky and crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the relationship is the same way. It starts off real good, then it start getting rocky if you don't work on it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I got this saying that I say, why trade a pot of gold for a pot of silver? Somewhere along the line, that pot of gold might not shine like you had it when you had it the first time. Doesn't mean it's not worth the same. It just means you have to do some work in order to get it shine the way that the same thing with your recovery. It's gonna start off real good and smooth. Then it's gonna feel dull, boring, because we used to listen. Our normal lives was out there hustling for one more and hustling for $1 in our pocket. That's a normal life for us. Now that we gotta live life on life term, it seems to get dull and boring. It only gets dull and boring if you allow it to get dull and boring. You know what I'm saying? If you pick up, you got to find your own niche to this thing. You know what I'm saying? What works for me is not going to work for you. Obviously, you do the same thing I do. I wake up in the morning, I put on the music, and I stay laying there, and it motivates me. I put on Grandmaster Flash and Fury 5, and I'm listening to that because I'm way back in the day, dude. And it motivates me because sometimes I just don't want to get up. And that's just my disease talking to me. Listen, you can miss one. Just like you told me I can get one. I heard this brother sharing about the checkies. Y'all know what's the checkies? The checkie is the night before your check. You're making all these plans. But I'm going to pay my rent. I'm going to buy some food. I'm going to buy the baby some sneakers or whatever. I'm going to buy my girl or my man this and that and 8 and the third. As soon as 1 o'clock in the morning come, bam, you at the ATM already. I'm just going to go get me a pack of cigarettes, babe. I'll be right back. Homie, I'm just going to go get me some Chinese food because, they stay open late, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll be right back. Your right backs don't come back either. We be gone. You see, I don't go nowhere after 9 o'clock at nighttime. I'm only outside if I'm coming from a meeting. But if I ain't got no cigarette at 9 o'clock at nighttime, then I just won't have no cigarettes. I'll be rolling up my buds or something like that. I'm serious rap. I don't come out at night because I know me. When my check get ready to come and listen, ain't no planning nothing. As long as my rent is gonna, he be there early in the morning. Yeah, I'm here for the rent. No problem. We're going to get that out the way real quick. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get that out the way real quick. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, we so bored. We self-sabotage. Things is going so well that we self-sabotage ourselves. Like I was in this relationship. I cooked. I cleaned. I massage, I did it all. My place is good, you know what I'm saying? With her coming in, it was good, I thought. You know what I'm saying? Till I started realizing she was self-sabotaging it. Because as soon as I told the girl, listen, we ain't doing nothing until we get checked out. We can kiss and hold each other and all of that. But anything extra is uncivilized. I'm not doing that one. For the simple fact is that we have to get tested not just for HIV, for all the tests, STDs, because I want to know where you at and you need to know where I'm at. That way, somewhere along the line, you're going to say, well, Martin, you gave me this. I'm clean and I don't cheat. Because when you have 2, 3, and 4 different women or men, all 4 of them is lacking something. Because if they not lacking something, something's not right. You know what I'm saying? Because when one person is not lacking something, that's all you need is one person. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we self-sabotage because everything's going good, and then all of a sudden we home by ourselves because they say an addict alone is bad company. I believe that to a certain extent, but if you keep yourself occupied, like I keep myself from here, I go to work. I help people get in recovery houses. I help people get in shelters. I help people get ATR so they can pay for them. I give people so much. I answer phones. Like I used to answer the phone like, yo, what up? Now I don't. I answer, hello, good morning. My name is such and such. How may I direct your call? If you'd have told me a few years ago I'd be speaking like that, I would have told you out your mind. What? I'm from the get, not me. Oh no, not me. And my disease be killing me because my disease say, how dare you share about what you want to use? How dare you go to NA meetings? How dare you go here and there and talk to somebody else that you got issues when you always used to talk to me and I always gave you the solution? My disease be playing. Yeah, my disease played with me. At my worst day, that's why I do everything in the daytime. I go work and all that. At 4 o'clock, I'll make a meeting. At 6 o'clock, I'll make a meeting. By 9, 10 o'clock, I'll be so tired. I put on the TV and bam, I'm gone. Another day gone by. You know what I'm saying? Then I wake up and do the same thing all over again. As long as you keep yourself busy, you can be alone. Because sometimes you got to be happy with yourself. Because how can you not be happy with yourself and then you got somebody stringing along with you and you miserable with them? You know what I'm saying? I can't wake up miserable because God of my understanding woke me up this morning. Some people was out there this morning trying to get one more. Some people out there this morning didn't wake up. Some people out there in the morning free, but it's a nice day today, but they was freezing the other night outside with a whole bunch of blankets. Some people ain't eat nothing this morning. I ate this morning. You know, some people couldn't get to a program. Some people want this program and don't know how to get it. And so when they scream out and reach out for help, a lot of people don't understand because now they got some time on their belt. I got some time. I got this. Every time I said I got this, I got. You know what I'm saying? So the disease come in many forms. You know what I'm saying? If tricking was your thing, you know what I'm saying? After a certain amount of time, he would put a bad female in your way. You'd be like, oh, good God, I haven't been in a relationship a long time. She want me, okay, boom. And next thing you know, she go to the bathroom. Why you in the bathroom so long, babe? And all of a sudden, your drug of choice is right there. Oh, man, your stomach start bubbling. You get the farts and all of that. And all of a sudden, you got money. Oh, man, why? And, listen, I had a girl come over to my house the other night. She came in hot. I said, you got to roll out. She said, what? And she like, you got to leave. Then she told me, well, you can come. No, I'm not going. We're not doing that one. You know what I'm saying? You see, sometimes we want the best for everybody else more than we want for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got to realize, we got to come to the conclusion, we got to help ourselves first before you can reach out and try to help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't help you. My yard is dirty. I can't do nothing for you. I'm out there messed up, and you're gonna ask me for some information, and I'm gonna give you some information. It's gonna be the wrong information, but it's gonna be all twisted up. I'm gonna go here, there, everywhere, and you're gonna be like, huh? I didn't understand nothing you said, Martin. I don't know, but I'm twisted up. You know what I'm saying? It's like a relationship. I keep telling you, I want a dime. I want a dime. Everybody know what a dime is, right? I want a dime, but I'm a four. I ain't got nothing to pay no bills. 102.50 and that's gone. Especially if I'm in a recovery house, that's gone. You know, but I want to boom. You know what I'm saying? I want to boom, and I don't even got myself. You know, so I tell people, you know, I can't tell you stay out of relationships and you do you. When the pain get great, you see the literature talks about relationships can be a painful experience. It don't tell you stay out of a relationship or nothing like that. And your sponsor shouldn't tell you stay out of a relationship. A sponsor is there just to guide you through 12 steps. But they're going to tell you, listen, through my experience, this is what happened to me, Martin, X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Now, I take it for what it's worth. My dumb self, I still get into one. But I'll be lonely. But that's the difference between lonely and being alone. You will never be alone as long as you got a God in your understanding. Lonely, you can overcome some period of time. You'll overcome that loneliness if you just get out and raise your hand and say, listen, I'm a newcomer, I'm just getting out of rehab, or I'm in the outpatient. And, you know, you got to talk about some stuff to get through some stuff. You know, if you don't talk about nothing, you ain't going to get nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to work this to the best of your ability. You got to really, really want this. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't nobody to talk about nobody else because I don't. But I know I need this time. You know, because I'm 44 years old. Check this one out. I'm 44 years old and I ain't got nothing under my name. Well, I live by myself now. Now I got my own spot. But back then, I ain't had nothing, but I was a man. I ain't had no house, no car, no apartment, no room, no nothing. But I called myself a man. I ain't take care of my son. But I'm a man. Ain't take care of my woman, but I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no being a man. You got to take care of some responsibility. You know what I'm saying? In order to become a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little boy trying to be a man, but it's gonna take some time for me to be a man. Being a man don't just come overnight. Don't think because I got my own spot, I'm a man. Hell to the no. I'm far from being a man right now. I'm still stuck at the age of 14 and 15 right now. You know what I'm saying? Because mentally, that's when I started using. And I stopped growing. I stopped growing when I started using. So I'm still stuck at a teenager's age. Don't think because I'm 44, I'm a grown man. Oh, no, I'm far from that. I got some more things to work on. You know what I'm saying? And the things I got to work on is the things that I got to deal on my past. I got to deal with them issues first before I can move on. And I got to deal with them real quick because if I procrastinate on dealing with my issues in the past, I'm never going to go nowhere. I'm not going to get there. But I want to take this time out again to give a shout out to my producer. I want him to say a few words for us. Right now he's busy, so I'm gonna pass on that, Mr. Robbie Washington. The phone number here is 267-507-2320. 267-507-2320. Free extension is 1-800-660-7867. That's 1-800-660-7867, extension 136. I want to still give a shout out to the people that made it all possible for me and my recovery process, which includes recovery houses. Everything must change through divine light. Sakina, Mr. Robinson, I want to give a shout out to One Day at a Time, Odan, Mr. Mel, his father, Reverend Wells. They celebrating on Saturday 25 years of doing their thing for the community. Joshua House, Reverend Jones, co-pastor. I want to give a shout out and praise the Lord to brother, man, Kenny Ali, who passed away, man. I send my condolences to him. Great man, you know, men and women for human excellencies, and I'm still gonna continue to do the things that I do. My thing is that I'm gonna ask y'all. I got some time to ask y'all one quick question for all three of y'all, and try to make it a little brief because we got like 10 minutes left. What do you think is gonna prevent you from your recovery? Prevent you from getting your recovery?
Myself.
which means you got to work on yourself.
Yeah.
What's going to prevent you from working your recovery?
Staying out the way. Staying
Which,
focused.
which means you got to stay out the way. Let God do Him. God, your understanding, not mine. God, and stay out the way and let Him do Him. What's going to prevent you, sis, from doing what you got to do?
Honestly, nothing. I
Nothing.
try to stick around the wrong people so I can do right. That way I won't keep questioning myself. And I won't. Self is first. So I need to be around people that's not using family.
All right, so I mean, y'all can take this opportunity to give a shout out to your peoples if y'all want. We're gonna start off with you, my brother.
Well, my name is Eugene, Nettie Call me Bird. I'd like to shout out from the people down 3rd from York, 28th from Diamond, Strawberry Mansion area. Peace out.
Grandma would have been 81 today. Rest in peace, Grandma. Sisters, keep your hands up. That's my shout out.
I feel y'all. I mean, I want to thank y'all for being on our show. Y'all been doing y'all thing. Cause y'all, we all in the same program. And I watch that. I'm nosy. It's like being in prison for me. I observe everybody. I'm just not gonna put nobody on my show. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't trying to work on something, then you know, working on a relapse. It's just a matter of time because sometimes, you know, the last thing we do is pick up the drug. We relapsed 2-3 weeks ago or longer, because then all of a sudden the attitudes start surfacing. Like, I don't talk to everybody. I laugh a lot when I'm not in group and all that. I have fun. It's something about going to NA, AA, CA, just stay away from K&A. There's something about stop when I come into these groups. There's something about when I go to church to visit people that's in church. There's something about when I go all over where it's recovery and people's trying to help me live a better life. There's something about all of that that changed my perception of life and how I talk to people and how I sit there and listen and how I just give out information about Martin. You know what I'm saying? It's something that the spirit just falls on me, and everywhere I go, everybody talk, even at my job, they say, Martin, man, you got a good spirit. Because I come in here laughing. You see, I watch comedians like Hart, and I watch Kevin Hart. I watch all of that, and I start laughing all night. Then I pass out cracking up laughing. Then I wake up cracking up laughing because I remember what happened. As long as I don't crack up for real and start smoking that crack, I'm gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So when I get that urge, I'll be like, listen, man, yo, it's fun. If I can't get him, I call somebody out. I keep going. Or I go in my literature, I'll be like, where's the meeting at? And I don't care. Listen, I walk to me. Some people be like, damn, you go from North Philly to West Philly? That's a long walk. I said, listen, I used to live in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, and in New York City, in the Bronx. I got a phone call from the guy in Brooklyn, my man, dope fiend just like me. He told me, yo, such and such just passed away. I said, how you not? He said, man, he just went over there and copped a bag of heroin, and he just OD'd. I was like, yo, I'm on my way. They was like, what for? And I want what he just died off of. So I walked, my $10, I walked from the Bronx to Manhattan to Brooklyn just for that one. I did all that walking. We talking about miles and miles and miles over the Brooklyn Bridge, into the Gowanus Project, went to Cap, did that bag, and walked all the way back because they don't take no shorts. No chains, no shorts, no nothing. And people kill me because they, you know, I don't believe in this, that when you was online, they screamed that you shut the F up and get online, no shorts, no single, And yeah, we stood in line for that one more. You know what I'm saying? We stood in that line and we took it. We took it like a champ. Now we come in here when somebody raised their voice. Oh, but when they was telling you out there, shut the F up and get online. I said, yeah, but you know what? The literature says we don't got to live like that. We don't got to allow nobody to speak to us just any type of way. But you ain't got to respond any type of way either. You know what I'm saying? So when the person tries to come out crazy on me, I just look at them and I'll be like, bless your soul. And I keep it moving. Sometimes I slip up and I say, who you? You know, I get caught up in the grips. You know, I get caught up in the grips where I'm still this tough guy, then I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because I adapted to that lifestyle, being tough, when there was nothing tough about me. I didn't have an ounce of blood tough about me. You know what I'm saying? I just played that role. Like when you go and you become a movie star, you play that role. I played that role, you know, because everybody else was playing that role. I want to be something that I'm not.